good morning, everybody. This is day 4.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday, April 7th.
So we're already up, dressed, as you can see, things like that. We were gonna do some stuff in the main kitchen, but it was just way too crowded. So that's just a note we're gonna make. Be prepared for that. At least understand you may have to do everything within your van. That's where we're headed at this point. We gave it a shot, but it was just way too crowded. Way too many people
I would say if
queued
you
up.
guys are using the kitchen or the bathrooms, just be considerate of everybody around you. There was a lot of very, very rude people to the point where you were in line to go to the changing room and they would bump you out of the way because they wanted to go in front of you. And I'm like, that's not cool.
Yeah, I literally got cut off for the sink. Like, I was standing right there holding my stuff, clearly next. The person left, and this other lady just walked right up. I'm like, oh, okay. So rather than start a fight about it, I just left. We came back. I washed the dishes down here. So that's all we'll say about that. Don't want to make a big thing, but you should know, right? Part of what we want you guys to do is know what we've gone through, what we experienced, to give you guys kind of a heads up in case this is a trip that you guys want to do.
Yeah. It is a little windy outside and it was raining on and off, so if you're gonna go out to the restrooms and stuff, just be prepared to always put on your big boots and your big raincoat.
Yeah, that's true. But we got the van ready. We're boiling some water for our coffee. We got French press coffee, travel mug things. So once we get that going, we'll be on the road. I will check the roads one more time, but I believe everything is open and good to go. So we're heading towards the Diamond Beach area and Glacier Lagoon and that kind of stuff today. So we'll see what we get into, see what the weather allows us to do. All right, guys. So here we go, beginning day 4. One other thing to note is the bridges. A lot of them are single lane like this. So you gotta wait turns. Stopped on the side of a road at just a turnout, but it just was really cool. I mean, there's a waterfall over there. We just passed like 4 of them. And then we saw this, and this is really cool because the snow's melting up there. And as it's coming down because of the wind, it's basically pushing it up. It's like, it's a water up instead of a waterfall. And just making this really pretty swirl of stuff as it's coming down. It's really unique. Yeah, let me zoom in. Look at that. What a cool sight. And then down the way, we got this other waterfall, excuse me. It's kind of doing the same thing, but obviously more water out of that one. Look at these birds. We're at Glacier Lagoon, part of the national park. We're there, of course. We just booked an ice cave tour as well, which is cool. We got some time though. We got a little over an hour until that. So in the meantime, we're gonna, I think, hang out. See all the tour buses here. Nice set of restrooms. Here's some of the other tours. Oh, different groups. Sorry, it is a little windy. The parking lot is pretty cool too. We did pay 100 krona to park, and you get to park here until midnight. Oh. Yeah, that was a cool little bird. Yeah.
Chicken birds.
Yeah, we haven't seen those yet. But there's several of these like trucks here, different things. I might have this fish and chips just right here. Alright, this is chicken soup. Yeah, I mean it's breezy out. I don't know, it's like super cold out. It's cold. I don't know.
The cold here is different than where we've been. This one's like huge cold. Theirs is like not cold, chilly.
Yeah, but I don't know. It feels nice to just sit here. It seems comfortable. We'll have lunch, and then we'll get on our ice tour thing. All right, here's my fish and chips. Looks nice. I got some spicy mayo, my Coke, and we're gonna eat. You see behind me, the sun's trying to come out. It's been trying the whole time we've been driving here. It looks like a big chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget.
Hot, but it's nice. It's got a light breading to it. So yeah, overall, I'd say it's good. I would have liked some malt vinegar, but that's the way it goes. Maybe they don't have that in Iceland.
It's very beefy.
Yeah, there's a lot of fish here, so it's, I think, good. I'm gonna finish this some, so I'm gonna shut this off and be with you in a second. Alright, we're at Glacier Lagoon. Getting some gusts up to 17 miles an hour. 15. See if I can move around. It changes for me. You can see Glacier Lagoon. Large chunks of ice out there. It's pretty cool. Got that pretty view to it. We're pretty on this side too. It's just I don't know what you call that, but like a ridge. Looks like there's some trails that goes back and around further. Oh, there's some safety rules. Don't go on the iceberg, don't swim, don't walk around on it. Tells you how fast you'll die, basically. So that is neat. You can go down there. We'll probably go for a second. Got some birds hanging out. But I think really, in my opinion, what's more impressive is just the large ice sheets out there. And so way at the end is the glacier. Because of the low cloud cover, we can't see it that well. But when we do our ice cave tour, we're gonna get on a super Jeep, and they're gonna drive us out that way. Now I got my iPhone, and I can zoom in a little bit with it. And it's a real pretty look. Seal. Went out there. I think it's a seal. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. Yeah, you can see his nose. It's a small seal. Yeah, it's a head down. Some rock basically for steps. And then wood. Oh, you see it. Oh, piece of ice. Yeah, I think it's just cool, kind of seeing it, standing here like this. Yeah. So they do have boat tours. You go closer to those icebergs out there and things like that. But I'm pretty satisfied with this. Just seeing it in person and knowing that it came from, thousands and thousands year old glacier, it's pretty awesome. Not something you see every day. Anyway, this is Glacier Lagoon. And yeah, I definitely have this on. The breeze is cold, so it helps. It helps cut down the wind. I bought a couple of these, so this is my second one. A little different than the one I had on yesterday. All right, so we are on our way to the ice cave tour. We got in the van. There was like a 15-minute period before we boarded, though, where we were just kind of waiting there. Now, granted, it wasn't quite time for the tour yet. We were where we were told to go, but we felt like we might be in the wrong spot just because there was no signage, and you just get that feeling like you're gonna miss it. Turned out to be fine, but I just wanted to make a note of that. The guide was awesome though. Once we got in the van, he hooked up his microphone headset to the speakers. He was speaking, talking the whole time. You could see the road's pretty bumpy, so we are in a large van, has some oversized tires. They're not like monster truck tires, but they are bigger than normal. And he let us know, of course, and was talking about the terrain and some other things. But it is a little bumpy, so just be prepared if you take one of these. Okay, we're suited up. Start our tour. It's pretty out. So a couple of things. One, this is rated like easy as far as the difficulty, the terrain, everything like that. We don't really climb anything. So it is pretty flat for the most part. However, I wanted to point out, nothing against him, but our guide is tall. You can see he's got a much longer stride, and he was moving at a pretty good pace. Mars and I were definitely power walking to keep up. But we do have these crampons on. These go over our shoes. Now, Mars and I actually bought a pair for ourselves, but the tour provided it. So the tour provides everything that you need. That's part of the cost that you pay. You don't need anything additional. Obviously the camera and stuff if you want, but like the gear, helmet, crampons, they all provide for you. Sun's trying to come out. Very nice. Pretty. Although it's causing some slush here. We did stop a few times to let the group catch up because definitely trailing behind. Our guide was making fun of that, which is kind of funny. But it was gorgeous out. You can see it's pretty much overcast the whole time we were out, but still made for a great day. We had a really good time. The weather was really in our favor. It started to rain a little bit later, but not too bad. Here's another point where we kind of stopped. This is about as hilly as it gets, so to speak, but still not very bad. And what he was doing right here is the guide was testing this little trail. Wanted to make sure the ice wasn't going to break. Since so many groups had gone over since the early morning, the terrain changes quickly, so he was testing it out.
The key here, like I'm about, I don't know, 260 pounds or whatever. The key here, if you come in there, see what happens. But if you just slowly place your weight down, then you're able to like compress it.
So there were definitely other tour groups, different companies and whatnot out here. It's funny, it kind of reminded me of being a tour guide at WB, because there was all these different spots, but you always tried to go to a spot where there wasn't another group so you weren't crowded. So that's kind of what we were doing. We actually rushed to get over to this spot because no one was here, and then we doubled back and went to some of the other spots. But this was our first kind of ice cave. He's just kind of talking a little bit about what to do, go in and whatnot. He even didn't realize that someone ended up putting a rope, kind of called a ladder, but it was a single rope at the end of it, so you can actually come back up on the other side. Originally he thought maybe you would go down and then have to come back out the same, so that was kind of even a happy surprise, and just another example of how things can change so quickly from time to time.
Yeah, like I said.
We're just getting a little tired.
As I said earlier, every day is different. Something new is different.
So another couple had gone first. We ended up going second, and that was the other couple telling us about the rope at the end. So we knew in advance. But here we go, our first ice cave. So it's very slushy on the bottom. It's okay, just go slow. It's cool, it's actual ice, this whole thing. Hopefully the video can understand the ice. It's so cool. Wow, this is like a whole shelf. It's gorgeous. I know my camera's not picking it up like I see it, but it's very pretty. Solid ice. That's the crampon junior. Woo. So it's very deep right there. And then there's these ice stairs. Here goes Mars out of the ice cave. And the steps are literally made of ice. Yeah, use the rope, huh? Let the rope do the work. No, good job, man. You got it. You did it. You did really good, huh? You did better than I did on the water bit. So because of the narrowness of the ice cave, as you could tell, only couples or maybe a party of three or so could go at a time, really. So he was breaking it up. So it does take a little bit of time, and while the other groups are going, you're just kind of hanging out. So this is another hill, part of another glacier. See, the sun is hidden again. There's actually some blue sky. I see it. Yeah. Yeah, you want to walk where the guide walks. He knows. See some of the walkways down there, I don't know, caverns. Piece of ice. Okay. I'm gonna go down real slow here.
like version of the Slavic spot.
Ancient story.
Now you can see all of this water. That's just heat difference. This is not rain. That's just the glacier melting. For example, like this has been. Now you can come in here if you want. You can touch the ice if you want.
Yeah.
Not gonna bite. Now there is basically few things that you can learn about this thing if you want, but technically speaking, this is not frozen water. Like, sorry, this is not water that freezes. This is indeed frozen water, but there is a monumental difference between the water that freezes and this. This is snow. I know, so it sounds utterly preposterous, but the difference is the white stuff that you're looking at there,
Yeah.
that is 99% air.
Yeah.
This is 10 to
Right.
15. And how do you get from 99 to 10 to 15? Very simple, volume. For a layer of ice about this thick, you need about this much snow, and then you need about 6 times this on top of this to compress this into this. So that is the secret. That is why this looks like glass. The compression rate in here is pretty good. Now, there are basically 3 things, like 3 different colors in the ice. There's black, there's white, and there's blue. And to oversimplify, you can think of black as dirt. This is dirt while this is still snow. For example, this dirt here, these rocks, this did not come here, this was inside the ice. And then the ice melted.
Oh.
Then the white, that is the compressed air, the 10-15% air that we're talking about inside the ice. This is the weakness that the water exploits while it's tunneling through the ice.
So like all of those streaks is air?
A lot of them, not all. Like this streak here, that's a crack. So that is for, like, this is technically speaking not 100% frozen. There is a fraction of a percentage that is humidity or even water in some places. And this freezes when it gets cold enough and it expands from within.
Okay.
So now when you're taking photos, remember, pretend to be happy.
Right.
It's just like trapped, like gold stuff.
This just told me how to do. So we wish to. Now, this is not the best thing. This is like going out for a dinner. You start with an appetizer, and then you finish with the main course. And this is not the main course, I can tell you that.
Oh my god, this is already impressive.
It is.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this is cool. Low bridge. Hard to get through.
Didn't see that.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah, it's like a distinct line.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
it is. This little carpet of air on top of it. This is the air that was inside the dirt that compressed out and is stuck between the ice and the dirt.
Yeah. It's cool. Is that one?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to see it. This is really pretty.
It is. And this whole
Oh, yeah.
wall, the natural light get into your face.
All the way in? Okay.
All the way in the end. When you trade it, you don't have when it comes to you can track it on the way out. Power down.
Right, so we're going first. It's really cool, huh? Ice cream. Crazy. Yes. That's cool.
Yeah.
It gets real low in here. It gets real low, but really neat. Yeah, it's melting. Alright. Alright. And we're out. Alright, we just got off our tour. Very nice, very good. Enjoyed our guide. We just walked through the parking lot. There's a pedestrian path that goes from this side to the other side, so we're gonna head over to Diamond Beach from Glacier Lagoon. Now there are parking lots, but we're gonna hopefully just take our time with this and enjoy the walk and head over. It's true. Yeah, it's windier here than the glacier was. Oh yeah, I see the seal. You guys probably can't see it, but there's a seal right there. So we're looking at the seal. For some perspective, it's 5:30 right now. So that tour left about 2 o'clock. So about 3.5 hours from a tour. Like I said, we had a really good time. We enjoyed it. We'd do that one again. And yeah, these goggles come in handy when we're in these windy conditions. Obviously, it doesn't bother me a bit. So this bridge here is a single lane, so you can see the cars slow down, wait for the other traffic to pass. Yeah, so here's the seals that we're two types. So a harbor and gray seals. Not sure which one we saw, but we definitely saw them.
That one.
Yeah, you think so? Oh yeah, that sun has been trying to poke through all day today. So we're going under the bridge. Yeah, that's a really nice photo right here. Unfortunately, it's super creepy, but the photo's beautiful. Whoever took that, that's nice. Alright, so we're on the other side of the bridge. And this is going to take us to Diamond Beach. It's the same sign we saw on the other side. Here's a bit about the different types of birds. Yeah, it's like gold. I don't see our little friend on that.
Yeah, the little
So there's the sand turns to black. Oh, we start heading onto the beach. You got some of the icebergs that drift out there. Yeah, a lot of rocks. Random rocks. Yeah, there's a piece of ice. Even the rocks look a little shiny on the sunset. The sun just went behind the cloud. But there was a little bit of a gleam. Obviously one of the larger pieces on this side. What's up, man? Yeah, that one's really pretty right here.
Yeah, it's like a teal. Oh, we're not allowed to take one.
No. Alright, so we got our next destination, our campsite. I'm gonna eat some of this yogurt I bought. We're relocating a lot of our snacks up front and about to get going. So all these little places closed down that were here. So after our hike, I think we're a little hungry, thirsty. We're probably gonna stop someplace along the way if we see it, but for right now, this is what we got, and we at least have a destination in mind now. So here we go.
Look, guys, we found the reindeer.
Yeah, we know the males lose their antlers in the winter, actually, so that's the male.
Wow. Look at that majestical beast. Yes, sorry. We were in the middle of the highway, and then I saw the reindeer, and we had to stop. How cool was that, Nate?
That was very cool. I like it.
Never seen a reindeer before. Look it, and then there's turnoffs in the mountain.
Sorry we didn't film the very beginning, but
We're in the mountain.
yeah, we're in this cool tunnel. It's pretty neat.
Oh my gosh, it goes forever. Yeah, if you're claustrophobic, do not come in
I don't know about all that, but yeah, you just gotta be careful. It's a slower speed limit in here, and just pay attention.
here. With all of those like speed signs, it reminds me of like where you're playing the game with the single shooter. You're gonna shoot the little targets that are popping out in the dark. Oh, I see the end.
Yeah, there's the end.
That's a long ass tunnel.
Yeah, and I think there's a longer one in the northeastern part of the country. But yeah, that's pretty neat. And this one is actually a 2-lane, and there's turnouts. I think the other one's a single lane, and that's why there's turnouts. So I'm not really sure why there's turnouts in here.
Well, I guess if a big truck is coming.
Maybe, but that was neat. I would imagine it saved us quite a bit of time too,
Yeah, because the drive around that mountain.
instead of going around this mountain. So anyway, cool. Some quick roadside stop. This random chair that's not put here has become social media famous, basically. But this cool mountain too. All right, so obligatory photo at this chair. I mean, I like weird things, so this counts. So I don't fall off. That's the ocean, by the way. That's Mars. We just parked. Looks like the registration and stuff, which is over there, is closed already. So we just went ahead and parked. I assume we'll pay in the morning But they had this really nice communal area. And I'll show you guys the inside there. And there's the bathrooms and showers, which they're locked right now, so it's kind of stinks. I wonder if we had checked in if they had unlocked them for us. So here's the inside of the communal area. It is very nice. They even had a AV system up there, like a projector and some other stuff. But it's quite large. A lot of picnic tables pushed together, so big shared spaces. You can see at the end of each one, there's some different items, like little grills, like countertop stoves, utensils, and a few things. I think toasters, microwave, things like that. So all the stuff you need. They had Wi-Fi in here. It was just nice too. You could see it's tall ceilings, so it felt very big and open and welcoming. It was a nice place to sit. We ended up having dinner in here, and again, used it for our coffee in the morning. Chef Mars here, cooking us up some hot dogs, and gonna eat the cheese platter that we got at the Freedom Hind place, the tomato place.
I'll put a list away once we're done.
Okay. So yeah, about to eat. Looks good. Here's the reception that we saw earlier, and then as closer we looked, you pay by this through the Parka app, which is nice. And then we did find the restroom, so we're good. And now we will head back to our camper van and get ready for bed. In this particular restroom, though, they do have a shower. They have a water spigot out here for your containers. A lot of hot water machines.
If you gotta fill up your
Toilet and vanity. So I mean everything you need.
Weird. It's like you gotta fill it up, like pump the water.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah.
have a radiator. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean honestly, it's got everything you need. So, all right, here we go. So we parked right here. I didn't pay for electric, but it was offered. You could use one of these, I guess. And these headlamps come in handy. Another good tip. All right, we've been running our heater for the hour or so, and it just shut off. So we're getting ready for bed. Probably gonna shut this light off here in a minute, and imagine we'll be asleep very soon.
I'm very tired. My legs feel like jello now.
Yeah, I think we had a really good day though.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, good memories. Took tons of pictures too, so we'll be sharing with those with you guys when we can.
And for those of you that have endometriosis flare-ups, this level 1 hike was challenging, but it was worth it. And it was easy enough once you got to the glacier to get around and not have to struggle. So that was a big win for me. I was able to do an adventure and not miss out on something.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna add too. You know, we didn't book this in advance because we weren't sure what day we were gonna get here. And to be honest, you know, with the storm holding us yesterday, probably a good thing. It just kind of worked out though that they had spots available, so I feel like we got a little bit lucky. But we're still really happy with the tour we got, the guide we got, and everything. So the experience worked out really well. Having said that, I know it's busier other times of year for different types of tours, so you can't always do that. This one will just have to apply to this, right? So, you know, again, we're here in early April, and it just kind of worked out that way. So I just want to kind of retouch on that. And then the drive getting over to where we're at now is nice. It was a real easy jaunt across the coast, and yeah.
I was the one scared, but he was driving.
We saw some reindeer and everything else that you guys saw.
The reindeer!
So it was a pretty cool day. We had a good time.
And we found a red chair.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways, I feel like we had a really good day. Everything kind of worked out today. The campsite that we're at is pretty nice, easy to pay, you saw, and everything like that. So, again, we're going to get some shut-eye, and we'll be with you guys for day 5.
We're supposed to be up bright and early this time.
At least earlier than today. That's what we're striving for. So, anyways. Janae here. Not in the video just yet. Owe you some financial information. So just like previous days and the rest of this trip, we're going to share what we spent today in US dollars, just so you have an idea. Remember, these prices are from April of 2026, so obviously they're going to change and move just a little bit, but at least gives you a little bit of guidance, and then we're going to recap at the very end what the entire thing cost us. Without further ado, here are our finances for day number 4. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Good night.
Till next time. Bye-bye.